Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is burning up like a smoke fest.
Okay. All right, welcome aboard for the year in review show of Sketching the Privateer. Oops, I left it on loop. What an idiot. I'm juggling too many things at once. How you guys doing? It's good to see you. It's time for Sketching the Privateer. I'm your host, Joe's Atmosphere. It's good to see you. And today I've got that French-Canadian trucker with me, Vinyl Revival, Christian Delorme. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Well, let me tell you, you have the best intro that anybody that I'm following on YouTube. Like, listen, I'm not jealous. I'm not that petty, but I am going to be inspired to do better on my channel.
Well, I
You,
hear
my
you.
friend, have the best intro there is.
I,
It's
I
really cool.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
And
I
as for
I
what's
try and
going on,
make it look cool.
well, no, you're doing a great job. You got me sold. Like if you were selling real estate in swampland, I would probably be buying it. That's how good you are, my friend.
Wow, man. Oh, dude, that's a hell of a compliment.
Well,
How's things going up north today?
actually, I'm actually down in the United States.
Oh,
I'm
yeah. Okay.
actually, yes. Thank you, sir. Here's my waiter. Say hi.
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
It's an American guy. He's from Louisiana.
It's good to see you. How you doing?
Let's go, Bills.
Bills. Oh my God, you're in upstate New York.
Hey,
Oh, good
there's
Lord.
another good bartender.
I hear you,
He
man.
knows his people. Just a bit of context. I'm not up north. I crossed the border. We came over here to upstate New York. We're only an hour and 20 minutes away, but like I was telling you, Joe, in the pregame,
Mm-hmm.
You guys have such wonderful Walmart that we do not have in Canada. My wife
Wow.
is tickled pink down here, sales galore, stuff we don't have in Canada and so forth.
Yeah.
So, what it is in case you guys are wondering what's happening, I made a deal with my wife. She could go shopping guilt free with my credit card, and I get to sit at the bar drinking beer. It only cost me a pound of mild wings. I think it's quite a good deal
That
because
sounds
shopping is
good.
my kryptonite.
Oh,
So
really?
I'm in upstate New York in a quaint little town called Potsdam, and I saw Joe, and I'm like, "Hey, there, come see my buddy and wish him a happy New Year."
Yeah, man. Thanks, dude. You know me, I'm getting ready for it, man. I'm having a party here at the house. Looks like we're gonna have about all together with me and the wife about 10 people. We're gonna Rhonda's, as you know, Rhonda's been working on the back deck, what's called a pergola. It's a nice 13 by 13 covered thing, and we got a fire pit out there. We're gonna have a 150-inch screen to watch the.
Nice.
I think
The
it's the
Bills.
Packers,
Oh,
the
the
Packers
Bills.
and the Minnesota Vikings are playing tomorrow night. So that's going to be on there, and then we're gonna watch the ball drop on that big ass thing too. So yeah, it should be fun, man. I'm actually gonna broadcast it live. If anybody wants to have a background on their TV or something, I'm gonna have some generic music, StreamYard music playing over video from 2 cameras right here at the house. So what we
Well,
like to call the Klein Street Corner Club is gonna be having
Joe,
a
Joe,
party.
check your
So,
tip jar because I got money burning a hole in my pocket. And I'd rather you have it than my wife
oh
in Walmart here in
no.
Potsdam.
Oh no, you didn't. You didn't. Let me check it out, man. Hang on. I see now you're making me open tabs. I wasn't expecting this, but that's
Well, I didn't send you any today, but I'm telling
okay.
you tomorrow.
Oh,
Tomorrow, Joe.
tomorrow. Okay. All right.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good
because
deal. Good deal.
whatever is
That works
left
for me.
in our checking account, some of it's going your way, my friend.
I hear you,
You got
brother.
to tip a good bartender. And you know what, Joe? You're into like I've been drinking for a long time. I'm 52 years old.
Hmm.
I've been drinking since 16,
Yeah.
you know, with
Hmm.
fake ID. And I always
Oh, I
tip.
drank back then too. I was in
Yeah.
I'm
And let
I'm
me
a
tell you,
military. I'm from a military family. We learned how to drink
Joe,
early.
guys of your caliber get 25% tip. Like the floozy with the big boobs, she might get 15. But
I was
guys of
fixing to
your
say.
caliber, you guys get 25% every day of the week.
We appreciate it too. We appreciate it too. Hail Wookie, it's good to see you, man.
Hey,
We're just
Wookie.
sitting here talking. Um, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the party. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I had a party 2 years ago. I think last year we didn't have one. I can't remember what we did last year. I think it was just me and Rhonda. But this year, I said, man, let's have a party. And all the friends are coming. Only a couple of them have to. I mean, my best friend isn't going to be here, but he's really busy. I think he has to work that day or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, he's got too much going on. But several friends are coming, and it's going to be a good time, man. I'm looking forward to it. Um, what's your New Year's resolution, man?
Quitting smoking.
Quitting smoking?
Yes, my friend. This is seriously like if this was a drug addict, I would be in rehab.
Yeah.
That's how much I love smoking and how much I abuse it. So I'm going to quit smoking. I got my boy who's 23. I got my little girl that's 16, and I do want to see them getting married, and I don't want to die in another 5 years of
There
lung
you
cancer.
go. That's good. I did it 6 years ago. I did it cold turkey. What it took for me to quit was the job I was working at. Libby Glass was one of these big corporations. They were gonna start charging us $20 more per week on our pay
Right,
into our medical insurance. So it was going to
right.
cost me $80 a month more if I was a smoker. Um,
See,
let's see.
yeah.
Ariel says, "Good luck on giving up smoking. It's going to be a bitch." Yeah,
Thanks,
but
Ariel.
it's not. If you're really committed, it's not that hard. You just have to get through
Uh,
the withdrawals, which is only
let,
a
let,
couple of.
let me just tell you one thing, Ariel and Joe. I know you know this. Addiction is an evil mistress,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's all I can say about it.
yeah. Well, the problem with smoking is not only is it a a chemical dependence. You're hooked on the nicotine. The other thing is it's a habit of your hand. No, it's not the mind. It's a habit of your hand. What are you
And
going to do with your
it's
hand?
psychological too.
Yeah. Well, you can do it. I know you can. Just look. Don't do it till after the party.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I'm
Now.
going back to work on the first. So here's another thing. For those of you who don't know about trucking, we got some brand new 2023 Kenworths.
Hmm.
Never smoked in it, so I think that might be.
There you
Uh,
go.
yes, I don't want to
Hmm.
smoke in my truck.
Hmm.
And Ariel, how are you? I'm Christian. I'm the
Yeah.
guy who's giving you a hard time when I'm drunk on Joe's stream.
She's a
Nice to
great
finally meet you,
she's a
Ariel.
great fan. She says, you can give up smoking by using, Statal, nasal spray. It's an opium, only use it for migraines, she says. But still, laugh out loud. Yeah, I hear
But
you. Well,
but
good luck with that, man. My New
thank
Year's
you,
resolution is gonna
thank
be
you.
working on this book more, getting more work done on this book, because really this year I've basically only worked on it on this 1 hour show that I do. So, you know,
Right,
I need to work on it more during the week. You know what I'm
uh,
saying? So,
Joe. Unrelated, the
mhm.
bartender is razzing you. He says, "Go Bills." He's over
Go Bills.
there.
Well,
He's
hey,
over
man,
there. He says, "Go Bills."
tell him we're not Bills fans in my house. I apologize, buddy, but my father is from uh, Boston, Massachusetts, so we're Patriots
Patriot,
fans. Yeah, my mother
Patriot.
My mother is from Maine and my dad's from Boston, so we're Patriots fans down here. I personally am a Seahawks fan, but my
Right.
entire family roots for the Patriots, except for my wife. She also doesn't like that football team because she's a Miami Dolphins fan. So, yeah, yeah. So, and they've got a game coming up with them at the end of the year. What happened? Oh no, we lost Christian. But he's at the pub having a good time. Let's see. I'm in California. If you know where Fresno or the Lemoore Naval Air Station is, um, in the Central Valley, I'm a few miles from there. Okay, cool, cool. I haven't spent, the only time I've spent in California, young lady, was me in the Army for 3 months in San Francisco. Lived right at the base of the Golden Gate Bridge. Don't know much about Southern California. And yeah,
All I
I
know,
don't know. I don't know that
all,
place too well.
all I
Go
know
ahead.
about California is what David Lee Roth told me. California girls rock.
Yeah, they do. They do. The bartender probably got upset with Joe and being a horrible Patriots and Seahawks fan. Yeah, that's probably what happened. But anyway, so yeah, I wanted to do a little year in review thing. I'm looking on my Facebook for some pictures to show you guys. We had a good year, but like I said, I'd like to amp up the work on the comic book, man. It's just, you know, a lot of people
Now,
want to see this thing, and I want to get it done. So I need
yeah,
to
but
start doing some more
Joe,
work
there's
during
only
the
so
week.
many hours in the day. Be
Oh, I
fair to
know, I know. I
yourself.
got a 40-week job, and this Christmas was a kicker for me. I made a lot of money on commissions this
Hey,
Christmas.
Joe.
I only had last year when I did yours, and I did a couple of other ones. It was lucrative, but not as much as this Christmas, man. I did like 12 portraits. It was
Yes,
crazy.
and
One summer.
Melanie was tickled pink by her birthday present. She just loved it, Joe.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like we split up, we renewed our vows, and we went to Chicago for a second honeymoon. And hold and behold, Joe shows up in January with a nice picture of me and her on Navy Pier. So good on
Yeah.
you, sir.
Yeah. It was very cool. I was glad to do that for you, man.
And
Let's
my lips
see.
were perfect.
But this is,
And
let's see.
and and I will always hold the mantle. I'm your first international
Yes, you
freaking
are my
customer.
first international
And
customer. Yes.
whatever Brian says or does, I want to be your first international comic book sale.
I hear
Okay?
you. Yes, I
All right.
will make sure that
I
happens.
will pay
No
for
problem,
express
man.
mail.
No problem. Let's see. I've got to, let's see. I want to find the stuff that has been was over the last year. They don't make this very user friendly on friggin' this thing, but some of the stuff we did this year was
No,
pretty
you
cool.
did a lot. You did a lot,
Yeah,
and you like you had to go and give yourself a hard time. Not only could you just draw it, but you had to go into a computer program. Like Joe, why do you torture yourself?
I'm not torturing myself, man. The
Well, you're
computer
torturing
program is
me.
actually helping me out. It's
Is
actually
it?
helping me out. Yeah. Let's show you what we started the year with. This is this is me and Rhonda at a Mardi Gras thing. We were actually cosplayed as our characters that I draw every week.
Well, that's Rhonda.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's her dressed up as the royal fox. Um, we had a good time at this thing. It was a
Well, okay,
go ahead.
Joe. I don't know Rhonda. Like when I saw that in your intro, I'm like, oh, Joe hooked up with this random, lady. But no, Rhonda looks very good.
Yeah, she's
Mind you,
very
it helps that you're standing beside her. It makes
good.
her look even better. But I'm just saying, Rhonda looks very good.
We had a good time. It's what they call jazz brunch. Usually, Mardi Gras crews have a ball, right? And what the crew of Barkus and Meow has is what they call a jazz brunch. In other words, it takes place around friggin' 11 in the morning and goes until about 2 in the afternoon, and they
Okay.
announce the royalty and stuff. And she's got a little. She was partying, as you can see, with her friends, and she actually had, I think that's a bottle of Fireball she's got there. If you've heard of that stuff, it's cinnamon
Fireball.
whiskey. Yeah, she's got a bottle of that there. So yeah, we were having a good time, man. We had a good time.
Rhonda looks like a good time. She looks
Oh,
like
she
fun.
is. She's a
I think
ball.
Mel's gonna like her.
Oh
I know
yeah,
I already liked her. I already
we
met her.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
very cool, man. But yeah, that was the beginning of the year. That's how we began the year. And then we had, let's see, let me get up here. Oh yeah, then we had the Dallas meetup with Friday Night Tights this time around. And these are the guys that really
Oh yes.
inspired me to get on YouTube. You see me there with Nick Weiser, Brahma Bull, and Culture Casino. We were all hanging out together. And then trying to think who. Yeah, that man is a maniac. When I that was the first time I met him. This is the Dallas meetup of Friday Night Tights, and the Dick's division, as they're known, comics division's crew showed up there too. That's what that picture was with them. And then I actually
Gary.
Rhonda, yeah, Gary, and I gave him a Mardi Gras bead that Rhonda made with. He made it just for him, and it's got the Royal Fox and the Privateer on it. So he's actually got some of the first memorabilia we've made. But it was a good meetup. That was a lot of fun. I'll be going every year because I'm only 3 hours from Dallas. You know, this is a trucker. I'm in North West Louisiana. I'm only 20
Yeah,
minutes
you're
from the
like
border, and
you're-
I'm closer to Dallas than I am New Orleans. I mean, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump for me to get
yeah,
over there.
exactly.
Yeah,
Three
and that
hours drive or something, right?
Yep. And there's comics. We, like I said, we had a good time. That maniac showed up. I can't remember his name. Good Lord, but he's a
He's got
troll,
a
man.
Canadian
He's
flag.
a lot of fun. He messes with people in Dallas. That's Quarter Black
Quarter
Gary.
black
Yep.
was
And we had,
Canadian.
like I said, there was a bunch of people, and that, believe it or not, boys and girls, I hate to out him, but that is Toxic Man Flu. The guy that's
I know, I
between me
know.
and Thomas. We had a good time though.
He's like an old ball of scotch. You're not
He is
thinking much of it by
fantastic.
the age, but once you start tasting it, it's pretty good.
Well, I got to tell you, he made me feel so welcome at that thing because he was
He-
all the way across the room from me, bro, and he
He's a great
yelled
guy.
out my name from across the room above everybody else.
He's
Like,
a great guy.
like I was some uh, big timer or something when I walked in. It was pretty cool. Ariel says, is her friend next to her dressed up like the Mad Hatter? Yes, she was. She was dressed up as the Mad Hatter. It's funny here in Cali where I live. I'm 3 hours away from both LA and San Francisco. Oh, really? Okay. Fresno's between them. I got you. Okay. Yeah. There's a lot of land between San Francisco and LA. San Francisco's in the northern part of the state. Uh, Actually, they call that place the air conditioned city, and I found out why living there because If you drive inland, it's 80 degrees, but if you're right there on the bay first thing in the morning, you need a jacket. It's cold any time of the year, right there on that bay, man. That water's cold. But
Now, now, now,
go
Joe,
ahead.
can I add something personal? Can I be
Sure.
so crass to ask something
Go
personal?
ahead, man. You go for
All
it.
right. My boy, who's
Mhm.
23, serving the Canadian Army, is for the first time away from us at
Uh-huh.
Christmas. He's in Eastern Europe,
Yeah.
serving over there,
Mhm.
and it's not a depressing thing. It's like semi proud, semi sad. But
Mhm.
I got my boy who's the ultimate servant, civil servant. Regardless
Mhm.
what anybody says who works in the government, the
Mhm.
ultimate civil servants are the military. And my
Yeah.
boy is out there,
Mhm.
out in Eastern Europe, serving his country right up till mid June. And then we're going to see you in May. And then when he comes back in June, we're going down in July to Myrtle Beach, where my parents used to take me as a kid because they couldn't afford to take me down to Florida,
Florida?
Disney
Okay.
World.
Okay.
Myrtle Beach. So anyway,
Cool.
that's the only thing I want to say, Joe. And I thought it related to you because I know your dad lost you for a year in Johnston Inlet
Johnson Island. Yeah, I was
Island.
gone
Yeah,
for a while. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
They
And
pretty
good
much
on
kicked
you.
me off the planet. Yep.
And I don't know where your brother went, but I'm sure your dad lost.
Actually,
Your,
let's see. He was at Fort Carswell and he I'm trying to think where all he served at. I think he did most of his time in Texas, man.
oh, that's
Yeah.
good enough.
Yeah, Fort Carswell Air Force Base.
But
That's where his
mind
son was
you,
born. Yeah.
I know my Navy buddies are all chuckling about this, but he's going like again, the new and improved military. He
Mhm.
gets 2 weeks vacation from his deployment. He's going down to Thailand.
Really?
Take it, take that what you may. Him and his buddies are going down to Thailand for 2 weeks.
My cousin does it about once every 2 years, I think he goes.
So
Yeah.
something
Mhm.
about Thailand, I don't know. It's too hot for me as a Canadian. I as a pasty white French guy, I just melt
It's a
in the
big
sun.
resort place. Look, Christian, I've never wanted to travel out of my country. The only place I really want to go outside the United States, I'm an Irish Indian, Native American. So I've always wanted to go to Ireland. That's about the only
Ireland,
place I've ever wanted to go because my mother's gone and she's actually been to the McBriarty's pub. That's my mother's maiden name. That's the Irish side of me.
right?
When I went up to Maine to see her in September, when we were supposed to meet and you were busy,
Supposed to.
right? Um, I always tell people I'm going to visit the Irish side of me. That's the McBriartys, the lumberjacks. They're all up there, and yeah, that's right. The Irish do rule. They do, Ariel. Don't forget about it. We know how to party too. Anyway, she's actually been to the McBriarty's pub in the county that we're from. So, I think I want to say my grandfather's first generation American. Okay, or his father came off a boat
Right.
over here. So yeah. Mhm.
Well,
Let's
I'll tell
see.
you what, Joe.
Whomever
I'll tell
has
you what.
Irish blood in them are awesome. Yes, you're absolutely right, Ariel. Go ahead. Go ahead, Christian.
Well, I was going to say a dirty joke about you can have all the Irish you want. You're not happy until you get some French in you.
Listen to you, man. Listen to
Sorry,
you.
sorry.
You know what I'm looking for? I want to hang out with you on in the French Quarter and see if you can understand the Creole
Okay, all right. So
because that's a
Creole,
different kind of
to
French.
to answer your question, how I deal with Creole, it's half and half because half of it is African, the
Okay.
other half is French. So
Hmm.
I can usually get a gist of it if they don't speak too fast.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
But let me tell you one thing, my friend. Why don't you maximize your American dollar? Add 30 cents to it. Come and visit us in Canada. Come to the capital here in Ottawa. You got room and board, and I will give you something that your poor half Irish ass never could sustain: fresh Canadian moonshine. Yes, and I'll make it on the stove.
What
I can
makes
make
you
it on the
think
stove.
I want to drink moonshine? I don't
Oh,
want to drink
wow.
moonshine, man. I'm
Well,
not looking to
Joe,
go
Joe,
blind,
Joe.
Christian. I
If
just want to get a buzz.
Joe, if you're not man enough, Rhonda will have some.
Not that I'm
Burn.
see, this is what okay, boys and girls, let me teach you a lesson right now. Know your limitations. You notice I don't drink for tips or anything like that. And I know a lot of YouTubers do that.
Don't worry, Joe.
If you know
Joe,
your limitations, you can't do shit like that. You know,
I will never give you the moonshine more than 20 feet from your bed. So I
trust me,
promise
I
you that.
won't touch the moonshine. I am not touching that stuff. I'm not going blind like that. That's like when those guys out on Johnson Island. That's like when those guys out on Johnson Island tried to get me to go snorkeling without a shirt. I was like, "Fuck you! I'm not getting sunburnt. Kiss my
And
ass."
Joe, I got a smoker too in my backyard. So here's the thing: we can have great delicatessen. Boar meat,
Yeah,
deer meat,
hmm
moose meat. My
yeah.
friend, the sky's the limit.
Rhonda would hate that, but I'd love it. I
Okay,
love
well,
wild meat. I
then
do. Yeah, absolutely.
Melanie hates it too because here's the problem with Melanie: if it's cute, she doesn't eat it. So lamb, duck, rabbit,
Right.
all that good stuff. She doesn't eat it.
Yep, I hear you. Okay, let me see. What else did I want to show you guys from this year? Oh yeah. I had a new setup for my shows. Now, if you guys don't know this, I usually broadcast live from Shop Till You Drop about 5 times a year, and this is a craft and vendor show that my cousin runs here in Bossier, and this is the setup I used this year. I actually put a lot of the comic book stuff up just to promote it, and I also do the portrait stuff on the same table. Let me get you another picture here of my setup here that I use. But these things happen, like I said, about 5 times a year, and this is how I promote stuff locally. Um, you know, and yeah, this is what it looks like. I'll have my portraits out there. Let me see if I can blow this up any bigger. I may not be able to. Yeah, doesn't look like I can. Well, yeah, I can right there, can I? So that's the portrait table. I've got cards out for people to get commissions, and you can see here I don't have Mel and Christian on the table because I haven't fixed them up yet. But these are commissions I did in the past, and I've got for examples for people to see. And then this one right here is me and Rhonda when we were a lot younger. That one right there, and then this is Rhonda and her son David uh, I put together. But anyway, this is what I do for shows. I set up, and these are all my favorite pages that I've plotted out, and that's what I got to get on, man. I've got to get on the digital side of things. I've got to get the inking done
I
a little
know.
bit faster on this stuff. I want to get the first one out by the end of the year, and I told myself to stop giving myself deadlines because it was just unnerving me, you know. But I need to jump on this wave of stuff. I mean, we've got so many guys. Started with Ethan Van Shriver and the Comicsgate guys. They're doing great work. Oh, check them out over on Indiegogo. Of course, this year we had two new ones from Ripaverse, right? We had Isom #2, right? Here, let me make this big here. Uh, we had Isom #2, right? That was the first one this year, and then we had Alpha Core. This one just came out last couple months. Matter of fact, Nick Weiser did a review of it. Go check that out on Comic Shop Talk uh, this last Friday. Watch the replay of that if you want to check out. But yeah, we got a lot of those things coming out, and I want to go ahead and push Gary's real quick. I'm pretty sure I have a shortcut to that because I've been trying to push his book as much as possible. Gary is from Pop Culture Minefields, very good friend of mine. Love him to death, and
And I love Gary. He'll
he's
be
doing.
he'll be on the Rush stream.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to get him on the Rush stream, man. He'll have a ball doing that.
I
Uh,
will.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just not a big fan. I've told you before, the
I
Canadian band I
understand.
like. If you ever do Triumph, I'm there, dude. I
Okay,
love
you know
Triumph.
what? You know what? My next one will be Triumph. But
Yeah.
Joe, I'm going to cut you midstream here. I just got a notification that my wife spent $181 at Walmart and I got a text message saying that she's ready to be picked up.
Okay.
So my friend, I'm just surprised that it's 3 o'clock. She told me an hour. Women lie. Women lie.
It's all right
And
though. But look, you tell her I said hi.
I
Looking forward
will.
to seeing her in May.
I will.
And you guys have a great New Year, man.
We
Okay.
will. We will.
All right.
And all the best to you, Joe, Rhonda, your brother, and everybody on the channel. And Ariel, please tell me. Let me tell you, I am so sorry to be so mean to you. I just get drunk. So, anyway, you guys have a happy new year. We'll talk to you next year, guys.
Take it easy, man. Thanks for coming by, Christian. I
Will
appreciate
do.
it.
Later.
Yep. Bye. He's a great guy. The guy he's a sweetheart. Let's see. Even though both granddad slaughtered their own food mostly. Oh my gosh, what did I get into here? End of the year looks like a date. Better chop there, Joe. Want to see the Vindicator Patriot crossover? Yeah, I'm fixing to promote his Vindicator right now. It's true. We do lie. Talking about women. No, he's going to be fine. She said, yeah. You call me that? You call that mean? Yeah. You haven't felt her wrath at all, there, Christian. Trust me, man. You haven't felt it at all. But yeah, this one, I'm going to go ahead and play you the trailer for this one, guys, because hey, if you haven't backed this book yet, you need to get into it. Go and let me put the link in the chat for you guys to go and support his comic. He's almost well, he's almost at a quarter of the way to his goal. So you guys spread the word and try and help him out, man. But yeah, let's check out this trailer for. Oh, wait. I'm gonna have to redo it because I'm boomering everything. I forgot to turn the sound on because I was just showing pictures. Let's do that real quick. Make sure you guys can hear it. All right, let's try that again, shall we?
Meet the Seattle Vigilante. Like so many comic heroes, this warrior hides his identity. But his identity isn't the only secret he has to keep. After grievous wounds received during combat, Tier 1 operator John Russell begins to recover and comes to terms with his new reality of being an amputee. And as he learns how to use his new prosthetic limb, he finds himself caught up in the bureaucratic red tape that too many wounded veterans experience, the exhausting medboard process. Out of sheer frustration, John takes it out on the criminal scum of the city. But when reality kicks in, John realizes he's started something that's having an impact on the greater world around him, and thus has to reevaluate his motives. And moreover, just how far is John willing to go to finish this war he's declared against the criminals in Seattle? And will he even survive? From the creator of IDW's award-winning graphic novel Code Word Geronimo comes a new story about a different kind of warrior, Vindicated Inc., the first of its kind disabled veteran action hero comic. The Vindicated Inc. graphic novel crowdfunding campaign on fundmycomic.com is provided in the description of this video. We hope you become a contributor. Please share this link. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, man. Definitely, if you have the resources and the time, go and back that book, man. It's going to be great. I mean, Gary is a very talented comic book artist. He's always calling me a comic book artist, but I don't think I qualify yet. I mean, I've never done it before. I'm a complete amateur. I'm good at faces. I'm good at drawing pencil sketch portraits. Really good at that. But I wouldn't toot my own horn about drawing comic books. Not just yet. Not until I get the first one done, right? But let's see. I wanted to go back to Facebook and see if we got any other images to show you guys from this year. Yeah, that's about it. Other than the fact that I always love showing off the way my friends will know that they're at the right house for the party that we're having for New Year's Eve. It's pretty simple. All you got to do is look for OU Santa. He's out front every Christmas season, every holiday season, and he's out front this year too. Check him out, OU Santa. He's ready for the season. So let's see. Ariel says, wonder, depending on how far this goes, that there would be some older veterans would help him out, like a massive war happens and John has to get back up and he gets it from other veterans. Who knows, man? That you never know what he's going to do with that book. I just can't wait to see it, period, man. Oh, look at this. Did they make all the pictures 3D now? Look at this thing. It's a 3D picture. I might have put it in there as a 3D picture, though. I thought that was neat. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, I've got to step up my game when it comes to inking this thing. Now, you guys know that I've been working on the hang on a second. Let me do something technical here. You guys know that I've been working on the inking, actually some of the coloring too. I just wanted to get a feel for the way the cover was going to look. And I'll go ahead and show you that real quick. The cover, the state it's in now, if I can get this thing to work. Hello? There we go. All right. It needs to be tightened up a lot, but I figured out the mistake I made, guys, with, how I was trying to fill in colors with that auto fill in thing. I actually flattened one of the images. So what I mean by flattened is I made it all one piece. So anytime I add a color, it's going to wipe out the whole thing. It's a glitch I did on my own. Let's see. Ariel says, I used to write, but got crushed with the fact that the book I was writing was lost because the PC I was using blue screened on me. Oh man, no, that's no good. I hate that. I tell you one thing that a lot of people do these days, and I've got to do this. I've got this stuff on an iPad, guys. This is what I do this work on. It's an iPad. And I try not to do anything but this on it. Everything else I do with my phone. And but you need to back up everything you do. And that's what they make these zip drives for. You can buy a terabyte zip drive, external drive. They're about this big, I think I have one over here for gaming. Hang on a second. Let me see. Yeah, they're not. This one's my Passport that I use for gaming. Hang on. Let me get this big size. It's just a little bitty thing. This thing's a terabyte. And they're cheap, relatively cheap. That's what you need to do with your stuff. Back it up. For sure. Get this hook back up. Oh. So yeah, my New Year's resolution is going to be doing more work on this. This is the year-end show, so I'm not working today, but I just wanted to show you what we got done on this time around. One thing I love about this Procreate thing, and I can't thank my daughter Amanda enough for turning me on to this. You can actually play a time-lapse video of the work you've done. And that's what you're fixing to see right here. This is actually some of the work on page 1. If you watched last week, you know that I started working on that last week. This is the work on page 1. And then it goes into the work on the cover. And I know it looks like a flicker fest, but yeah, that's what I love about this. It keeps a video log of everything you've done. I had over 1,300 pages written, and Grammy pissed me off when I told her it happened, and she reached into her drawer and pulled out a pencil and a notebook. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm sure that made you mad. That I hate that for you. I have a 5 terabyte I got for $150 on my video projects. Go on there when they are done. Yeah. yeah, I'm now just now starting to get into having a problem with storage on this computer after about a year and a half of YouTubing. So I've got to go through, see what I need, what I don't need, and then I've got to get some zip drives to put my stuff on Wookiee. Yeah, and that's a good deal for a 5 terabyte. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. I just learned how to drive today. I started using a column gear. Uh, Still improve more on using the classic column shifter correctly. Really, dude, column shifter. God Almighty, I haven't used one of those since I was using my girlfriend in high school. My God, you want to talk about one of the ugliest cars ever made, but had plenty of window space. A Pacer. If you guys know what a Pacer is, look it up. From the 80s. Oh my God, it's horrible looking. And that was the last time I drove a column shifter. Yeah, that was crazy. Uh, Woo, she says. Let's see. Wait a minute. Well, we laugh about it now, but at the time frustrated me to laugh out loud. I'm sure it did. Good job, Vinzinger. Stick with the shift. It can be tricky. Yeah, save all my clips. Never know when you need it. Yeah, they say don't ever get rid of your stuff, and I don't get rid. I don't get rid of much. Now, if it's repeat stuff, yeah, I get rid of the repeat stuff. But stuff that's new, no, I never get rid of. Yeah, these guys are talking about shifting. Uh, my first truck had 3 on a tree. Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah. I've always used that the floor shifting. Of course, that was the only time I drove a standard was that Pacer. I had to drive her somewhere. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was her car. I think it was her family's car, and the uh, the one I really learned how to do it really well on was a Jeep when I joined the Army. I always had automatics. Let's see. Still need to improve using a classic column shifter with most. Yeah, you guys having a discussion about that. So anyway, this is the work that I've gotten done so far on this puppy. And the other one I wanted to show you was I actually started on page 1 the other day. So let's see what that video looks like. It's probably not much to it, but this is yeah, there's not much to this one. It shouldn't take long to go through. But this is page 1. I think I worked on the panel to the right in the middle is what I worked on. Yeah, I was working on it. The blinking, what you're seeing is I'm changing layers to take a look at stuff is what I'm doing. And yeah, that's what we got so far, man. And if you're wondering what that big line is, I don't know how that got in there. It's on the actual photograph layer. I can replace it and get rid of that, but I'm not too worried about it. It's not going to be there in the final product anyway. So, but yeah, I've started doing some of the detail on it, and I can't wait, man. I've got a lot of detail to do on that boat. That's a Coast Guard cutter. That's what these guys are on board at the time. So, yeah, I mean, my New Year's resolution, like I said, is to get to work on some of these things so you guys can meet these great characters that I can't wait for you to see, really. And I mean, everybody that's read the stories that I've written for these guys, they really, they love what I'm doing. So I want to get it out to you guys so you can see what it's all about. Let's see. What was your first car, Joe? It was a Ford Fiesta. It was one of the most horrible cars ever. It really was. But it taught me what I needed to do with vehicles. And I'm not a gearhead like Wookiee now. I don't have oil running in my veins like Wookiee does. Okay. I actually let's put that one on there. they had these things when I was younger. And Wookie, you tell me in the chat if they've still got them or not. But and I tell my kids all to do this. Uh, I got a Ford Fiesta and I bought the Haynes manual for it when I got it. Now, if you don't know what a Haynes manual is, guys, it's it it's a book that teaches you. It tells you specifically how to and what tools to use and the steps to tear your car down to the friggin' four tires. I mean, you can it tells you the entire parts list for the car and how to repair everything you'd need to repair if you wanted to do it yourself. And that's how I also built my toolkit. My first, when you first start, getting out in the world, you need tools whenever you do jobs, and that's how I built my toolkit. I would when I had a job to do, when I had to fix something on the car, yeah, I bought a tool and I did it. I can change out a water pump. I can change out alternator. Anything on the exterior of the engine, I can do that. I can't do the work on the engine. That's for somebody that's better mechanically than I am. But I can I can change the belts. I can do everything. Change the battery, all that good stuff. I can do. My dad taught me brakes when I was 8 years old, so I can do a brake job if I have to. But you know, when it comes to the engine, I need somebody else to work on it. But yeah, my first car was a Ford Fiesta. I also got my first DWI in a Ford Fiesta too. Believe it or not. But anyway, that's me joking around. But anyway, well, listen, guys, it's getting close to the end of the show. I just wanted to touch base with you and give you a little year in review and let you know what's been going on with the Privateer and the comic book and everything. And I've been pushing it at shows here locally. I'm going to do more with the website coming up. Let's see. I have beer running through my blood too. It's mainly been replaced with meds. Oh my God. Yeah, I hear you. I can change oil, tires. Can't do much, too much either. I got you. But anyway, look, guys, let me let you know what's going on with the channel because we got to get out of here. But I want you guys all to have a safe New Year. Look, there's no reason to drive drunk. There's too many ways for you to get around that won't cost you a damn thing. There's people that actually will drive you anywhere you need to go for nothing. To everyone in chat, learn to at least change your tires by using the car jack. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I had to teach my daughter that. The only thing is she thought tires were disposable. I'll never forget the first time she changed the tire on the side of the road. I asked her where the tire she took off was. She said, "Oh, that thing, it cut my hand. The steel belts cut my finger. I left it on the side of the road." I said, "Okay, well let's go." She goes, "Why?" I said, "We got to go see if it's still there, and if it's not, we got to go to pipes." She goes, "Why?" I said, "The rims are not disposable, young lady. What the hell? You got to have the rim, So it was a learning experience for her, I mean, kids that don't grow up around, people that work on cars don't know anything about that, So anyway, but she's book brilliant. She's just, the common sense sometimes questionable. But anyway, let me let you know what's going on with the channel. Of course, you're watching Sketching the Privateer. This is our year in review show. Just want to let you know what's going on with the comic book. It is coming along. I vow my New Year's resolution is to do more work on it during the week, so I can start each show by showing you what I did during the week. That's my New Year's resolution, so we can get this thing amped up and get it going. It's the story of America's Pirate Patriot. You can watch me do this every Saturday afternoon at 1:30 p.m. Central Time. And then tomorrow morning, I will not be around for NFL pregame party. I am having a big party at my house, and you will be able to see it on New Year's Eve starting at, I think I'm going to start the stream about 9 p.m. I'm going to start at about 9 p.m., maybe 10. I don't know. It just depends. I don't want to get hit for the football game. I'm going to have a football game on in the backyard on a 150-inch screen. So, maybe I'll just aim it away from the football game. But I'm going to have, it's going to be like a Yule log stream. It's going to have one of these, one of these musical accoutrements like this, in the background. It'll have something like that playing because, look, people at the New Year's Eve party really don't want you hearing their conversations. They're going to be getting liquored up, that kind of thing. But I'm going to have it on so you can see what we're doing. I'll have a shot from behind my bar, and I'll have a shot outside in the pergola that Foxy loves so much. It's going to be Sunday night, but Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time, Das Wolfen will host NFL pregame party. So be sure to show up for that, and I'll be chiming in the chat as well. You guys go check them out. And like I said, tomorrow night, I think I'm going to name it the State of the Party is what I'm going to name it, the New Year's Eve stream. And like I said, there's not going to be any sound. I might chime in from time to time. Maybe I'll do that. But yeah, it's just going to be a stream of the party at my house, and you guys will be able to tune into it. Monday, I don't think Gary's doing anything on Military Monday, but that usually comes your way at 10 a.m. Central Time on Monday mornings. And then Monday afternoons, it's only Talk and Roll with That 70s Rock Fan. Now, I do know for a fact that his next show is going to be a week from Monday. It's going to be on the 8th of January, and it's going to be a meeting of the Comedy Club, and we're going to talk about The Young Ones, the British television sitcom. It's a hilarious show. If you've never watched it, I think they had it on MTV back in the day. We're going to cover that on the 8th, but that's going to be on It's Only Talk and Roll at 4 p.m. Central Time on Mondays. And then Tuesday, of course, it's a new year, so I got to get in touch with my favorite video game on Papa Joe Gamer After Dark. It's going to be some DCUO cocktails and fails this Tuesday, the day after New Year's, at 10 p.m. Central Time, for a couple of hours till midnight on Tuesday. And then, of course, Wednesday, Uncharted continues on Pop Culture Minefield's Game Day, Morning Coffee with John. Tune in for those because John is fixing to go back to work and he's not going to be on there in the mornings anymore. So definitely support him for the next couple of weeks as he wraps up things on Game Day. And then, of course, that evening we're going to have the Happy New Year edition of State of the Atmosphere. And we're going to be going over the parties we went to. We're going to talk about what we're looking forward to this year and resolutions and how they're doing and everything. So look forward to that. Then, of course, on Thursday, it's the Brothers Hack the Matrix. That's where my brother and I, Highlander, tell you all about the clown show that is 2024 this time around. It'll be the first show of 2024 on Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time. And then later on that night, it'll be me doing Papa Joe Gamer After Dark again. And on Thursday, it's going to be WWE 2K19, my favorite WWE game, and Cocktails and Fails at 10 p.m. Central Time on Thursday. And then Friday morning, it's once again Game Day, Morning Coffee with John, and he'll be playing Baldur's Gate. I am loving this game, by the way. After watching him play several games, I bought that one, and I am digging it. It is awesome. And unlike him, I am working on my harem. Yeah, for sure. Anyway, you guys check him out playing Baldur's Gate on Pop Culture Minefield's channel at 10 a.m. Central Time on Friday. And then it's right back around here on Saturday for Sketching the Privateer at 1:30 p.m. Central Time as usual. So, for myself and Christian DeLorme, I want to thank you for being here. Let's check the chat one more time. Let's see. What? Too much background atmosphere? No. Let's see. There is a party in my pants. Want to come? Look at you, dude. Give me a break. I know you're going to a party. Woo, party in the pants. Dives into Wookiee's crotch. Okay, this is about to go south really quick. It is time for me to get ready for work. So, I want to thank you for being here, guys. And please don't drink and drive this New Year's Eve. Find a party at a house like mine. Go there, and take a Lyft, take an Uber. Hell, I'm pretty sure that MAD, which is Mothers Against Drunk Driving, probably is going to have people that will drive people home. Definitely do that instead of driving yourself if you're going to cocktail. That is not the cool way to go, man. And don't blow your brains out. You just get a buzz and have a good time. You don't want to be pants on the ground. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool, dude. All right. So anyway, you guys take it easy. And next time you see me, it'll be on a New Year's Eve stream. And after that, it's 2024, baby. It's right around the corner. So you guys take care of yourselves. And until I see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.